All right. We are back. Boy, this is kind of loud. The build's up there. I know it'll be a little bit quieter once we get in the game, but hope everyone's having a good week. Happy Thursday. Um, Still trying to figure out how to get the body out of the tree. Yeah. I'm assuming it's not anything super simple, but I think I'm gonna go back inside and talk with the manager, I guess. See if he's got like a ladder or something I can use.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
He responds tersely.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
He looks to you, realizing he still doesn't know your name. I'm currently in between names.
Fantastic.
It's like when you've left your band, but you haven't decided on a solo artist name yet. No, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. Kim is about to say something. Let him.
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
He looks behind a pile of coasters, finds a slip of paper, and hands it to the lieutenant.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that.
He turns to you.
I have everything.
Yes?
You?
Oh, you mean, do I have questions?
Yes. He means, do you have questions for me, like a police officer would?
The cafeteria manager's clearly agitated again. Why did Sylvie go away?
She went away because none of your business.
Fine.
Extra fine.
Who killed him?
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
Did you kill him?
What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
We just piss him off more. Are you the bartender?
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This is clearly a touchy subject for him.
What's the difference?
I have 3 cafeterias I manage. 3. Get over it.
That's all.
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
No one is saying the multi-pattern necktie you found tied to the ceiling fan can talk. No one. It must be merely imagination.
Let's bail! Time to push the eject button! Sounds like a responsibility! You don't like those!
What's real?
Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
He pronounces the R with a mock aristocrat accent. Hey, Waterseer, how's it going?
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
Oh, I understand. You mean I owe you money? Doing pretty well.
Wow, you're a genius. Yes, that's right. Money. You owe this establishment 130 real.
He points to the red ledger on the counter.
Who does that clown think he is? Arrest him!
What do I owe this place for?
Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real in damages.
Sounds like 100.
Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real. And yes, real is still money.
But what exactly is money?
What are you, a philosopher?
Since I woke up, I have trouble remembering even the most basic concepts of reality.
Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room or 8 bottles of potent blend and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really.
Interesting. Interesting. Where do I get it from?
Are you serious? From your work? I don't know. You can take bribes, I guess. I'm sorry. I don't think cops can take bribes.
Some do take recompense, but only to survive.
Why do I need it? I'm just gonna piss this guy off.
For survival, to pay me. Unless you want to become a hobo. Do you want to become a hobo? There's nowhere else to stay in Martinez, and it's a cold spring outside. Money doesn't make you happy, but it lets you be unhappy for a while longer.
Amen.
If you run out of money, you die. It's like that for all of us. Me too. That's why I need you to pay me. I'm not an asshole.
Proceed and show him the coins you found. Is this money?
Yes, it is.
Count them and give them to him. That's 10 plus 10 plus 20 equals 40. I'm now down to 90, right?
No, you see, that's 40 cents. Cents are a form of currency 100 times smaller than the real. I'm not even going to take this. Come back when you have 130 real.
But that's horrible.
It is.
He stands silently looking at the coffers of the counter.
Isn't it evil? The order of magnitude between what is asked of a person and what they have.
Darkness rides. Pick up the
It
coins.
does, doesn't it?
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber. That's cop 4. I haven't offered to pay because I don't have any money either.
Did I just hear my Thai speak to me twice?
No one is saying that! No one is saying that Ty can talk! That would be ludicrous! It's just that you should arrest him! It would be wiser! He wants to take your money!
I'm not comfortable with this. Try to somehow tuck the tie away.
The lieutenant watches you fiddle with your horrific tie. Sweat stains forming under your armpits. He puts his hand on your shoulder.
If you don't have the money, it's okay. None of us are in this for the wages.
What happens now?
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
He shrugs.
Officer, maybe you're better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away.
I don't remember where my home is.
Officer, you really need to take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car. Call them, ask for assistance. We have to get this investigation started now.
Good luck.
The man wants to say something and then thinks better of it. Alright.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it.
I really don't remember.
But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
I don't know. Near? South, maybe?
You don't really know, do you?
I have only a vague blackened image.
A vague, blackened image doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
Oh my gosh. I'll live in a dumpster. I don't care. Fuck everything. Hobocop. Can I trace the way back somehow to the exact street, the exact number on a building?
You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear.
Let's see. Tab. Oh, I can't interact with that door anymore? What is that? The money? What is that? It's weird that it shows stuff like on the other side of doors that I can interact with. Well, shoot. I don't really know what to do now.
Hello, sweetie.
The elderly woman turns to you with a smile.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer.
Maybe I am.
And have you found anyone to be sweet to?
She smiles conspiratorially. No, I'm done with mating rituals this time around. I don't know. Wink, maybe I have.
You rascal. I'm too old for you, and too married besides.
Your advances haven't thrown her off one bit. In another place and time, she would have probably welcomed your attention.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself.
She slaps herself on the forehead.
I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Her eyes glitter over the rims of her glasses as she looks up, smiling.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know where I am or what I'm doing or anything.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
Her eyes follow your movements with some concern. I hope you're right. I hope it's not too bad.
You know where we are, right?
The Whirling in Rags cafeteria? It was on my keys.
That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rags cafeteria itself located?
In hell. We're all in hell. In Revachol?
Yes, indeed. We are in the fine city of Revachol.
Revachol. Honestly, I don't know diddly squat about Revachol. What kind of place is this?
How would I even begin to tell you?
Her gray eyes
Revachol
widen.
is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days.
There's a pause as she studies your expression. You must look quite lost.
Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes?
It's a bad year in my late 40s or 50s. I don't even know how old I am.
There. The year is 51, and spring has only just started. I'm sure there are better days ahead.
The lieutenant studies you, rubbing his chin. I'm beginning to suspect that you might indeed be completely adrift in this reality, thinks the lieutenant. How can it be that bad? Never mind. We're in this now.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
Oh my gosh. Some kind of democracy, maybe? I'd like to think it's the dictatorship of the proletariat, but something tells me it's not. Our leaders are fierce warriors who traverse the plains on steeds. Civilization cowers before us. We are governed by intelligent machines that perform calculations to determine the freest market. Everyone hustles and grinds like a badass visionary. Radios are being used to control people's minds and distort our perception of reality, concealing our true masters, foreigners, and women. Cop. We are living under the cop regime. Gosh.
Oh, no. Nothing like that, dear. Revachol is a zone of control
They were
led
all
by an
wrong.
alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have almost no government of our own. Certainly no machines.
I don't know. Still looks like there's a lot of hustling going on. Maybe she's wrong.
If there's
Also,
if there's no government, how come there are cops?
Oh, dear. This is troubling. You really ought to know that, being one yourself. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
Hey, how's it going?
she's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
Do I go further? No. Who could tell me more?
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
She turns to the lieutenant.
No, I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
Alright, now we just looped all the way around. Alright, I gotta get going now.
Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
She gives you a small wave. Well, I'm nowhere closer to figuring out where I'm supposed to go or how to get that body out of the tree. But we'll get there. There are bottles inside. You could pick them up if you had a bag. This book has a rose, a pistol, and a half-naked dame on the cover. The book appears to be erotica, but without actual erotica. On the cover stands a very muscular man surrounded by flames. That's just a magazine stand, okay. Makes sense. Crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. What's this? The ad reads broken window. Tib says windows. Oh, that's... I need a bag to collect recycling. Alright, what's around back here? A lonely cormorant surveys the sea, indifferent to your approach.
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
Oh my gosh, I can't conceptualize. Ah, hey, this side of the wall now.
Are you trying to sneak up on me? Come to slit my throat in my sleep? Pigs come to take me out? Trying to snuff me out?
No, why would you even say that?
Then why are you sneaking up on me like that? It's not a good idea to scare me, pig. Not a good idea at all.
She's just of no use on this side either. What's over here? Garden hose. Ooh, can we actually go in the greenhouse now, or just locked? Okay. No, no. Thinking about it, but no. Just a closed door, but you look at it suspiciously. What do we got? Orange bum hat. Nosafed. Chairs and tables eaten by rain and rot. What is this? Ooh, okay. Might be good to talk to people in
There
here.
must be another way into the building.
It's been a week and now they show up?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's just, okay, I see. That's on the roof. Still need to find some way to get the body down. Okay. Motorcycle shop. Or a motorcycle, rather. Alright, that was so rude. There's a girl up there. Did she spill the paint?
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked. The
We
door
knock.
rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response.
Knock again.
The door rattles again, but this time you hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from inside.
Stop banging on the door. I'm not letting any more strangers inside.
She's either holding on to like a railing or she's got a bat. This is the police. Open the door.
The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here.
The hallways echoes with her cackle. But I'm not joking.
No, I already told you. I won't be responsible for any more strangers getting into the building. Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
She trails off, leaving the sentence unfinished.
Backyard door. There must be another entrance to the east.
Kim, tell her we're real policemen.
Madame, I assure you, we are real police officers.
The lieutenant repeats dutifully.
There is no reply. Just faint, sweeping sounds inside.
Couldn't be that easy, could it? Okay. I don't... I mean, this has to be it,
Must be
right?
another way into the building.
Okay, well, I guess we're gonna go all the way around? I don't... So we can't... Yeah, I can't go any further this way. Your room in the whirling isn't much bigger than this sloop. This is worth more than you'll ever earn in all your life. Lovely. And we're running, and we're running. The yellow means something else, right? You hear the distant squall of seabirds. They splatter bullet holes lines the wall. I don't know if I'm ready to talk to him yet. Tire tracks leading onto the roof. The slush and rain has almost washed them off. What? Some great tectonic force just cracked the pavement. Well, let's see if we can find a way in from this direction. More magazines. What's this place?
Scab?
Ask a man with jolly eyes tilting his head. I'm not a scab, I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you.
His,
No one's ever seen a cop scab.
his smile deepens his wrinkles even more.
Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money.
He chuckles, then realizes.
Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
I'm exploring. I've come to Martinet investigating a murder.
Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder.
You're right, it's almost impossible. I'm 91% sure I'll never get it solved.
Probably not. I wouldn't even know where to start with that. Much better here at the harbor, for an honest union man like me.
I need to know what's behind these gates. I'm exploring.
My friend, I respect the right to roam. The open range awaits.
He gazes over the roundabout with a glint of longing. Does this mean you can let me through the gate?
I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage.
He takes a swig and points up the stairs with his flask. That simple? I just walk in.
Aye. Walk right past Measurehead and go in.
Past Measurehead?
Yeah, the 2.5-meter tall Semini supremacist there. Walk right past him,
Right.
then press the button to unlock the door,
Aha.
then go past him again,
Okay.
and you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
For some reason, it doesn't seem like it's going to be that easy.
Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best Measurehead in a physical confrontation,
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
or you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible.
Has anyone here ever bested him in a physical confrontation?
Not yet, no. He's incredibly strong.
Has any of the scabs tried converting to his worldview?
Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition.
Got it. Another thing.
Sure.
I'm a bit short on money right now. Can you give me some of it?
Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out.
Oh no. Hand-eye coordination.
The coin narrows
And I failed.
outstretched fingers and falls to the ground.
Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to throw it like that. It's a thing we harbor folk do, passing around cargo and such. Was not meant as provocation or ridicule.
The boyadero stares at you with respect, then gestures towards the trickles of blood adorning your clothes.
What? Appreciated.
Right, always glad to help out the RCM. We're on the same branch, you and I. Humans, I mean, not slithering scabs.
What's the strike about anyway?
You know, serious business.
He
I'm sure
smiles.
the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
He's a chatty guy, wants to talk about the strike. Return once you've met the union boss and are on a better footing with the organization.
Nice talk. Gotta get moving. In case of a strike, press button behind guard. There's no lock picking or door kicking this one.
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
The young woman at the giant's side agrees.
Don't say anything. Size him up first.
Say nothing. Size him up first.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology?
A ripple of muscle passes underneath his skin. He lets you look.
It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger because you are not a threat to me.
My body is unimportant. I'm with the police and we need to get into the harbor.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al Ghul.
His face contorts in disgust, as if he were smelling a dead rat.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
You're right. I'm an alcoholic. Now I need to enter the harbor.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Show him the ham still got it.
The race stuff is unimportant here. I just need you to help me do my job, please.
Begging for help. Attempting to pass via for cooperation. How far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen.
He
You
pauses
were
in
once
melancholy
a noble
reflection.
And powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft.
This guy.
You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Khoikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture.
That's true. That's true.
You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
You can be more Valley Girl.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
You're right about all of this. Now I just need you to let me go into the harbor.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Seminine Islands and to Boogie Street and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you.
Oh, thanks.
The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
You serve the Union, don't you? Aren't they white?
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
No. No. He turns his eyes toward the harbor, seemingly bored with you.
There must be some friction there. He's keeping it well hidden, however.
Yeah, but you still serve them. How does that factor into your life?
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront polycultural capital. Something your race, naivistic communists, never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
I'm no communist. Communism is pretty cool. Individualism is my jam. My jam is a mysterious fourth thing. Enough of this.
He looks toward the harbor, motionless, the tattoos on his face like a web of stone.
What are those tattoos of yours supposed to mean?
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
He gestures toward the lorry men down the street.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
You're right. That's craniometric perfection. My race does not stand a chance.
Correct.
This is a white check. You may retry. Conceptualization, medium. Subscribe to his advanced race theory.
Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
Measurehead, I am new to this world. Help me understand its races. I need to know what kind of different races are there.
Do you?
Whisper, this is for the thing.
The lieutenant looks toward the harbor's electronic door, and then to you. He lets out an audible sigh.
You are obviously a liberal, Sailorite.
The man tells him.
Culturalist. I can see it from your love of mycotechnology and your sartorial choices. Do not deny your friend the truth you have denied yourself. There are 3 categories of race.
Categories.
The heroic races, Tibet, the servile races, and the vile CF race cauldron of pederasty. Which one do you need education on?
Type A.
Those are the Simonese, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals, excluding the Maun, of course. The Maun are riddled with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. They are all lactose intolerant, a common result of inbreeding. A receding genetic pool has led the Maun on reprehensible street parades. In Maun cities like Stadskanal and Vredefort, wearing wooden clogs on their feet and little green tassels on their hats.
They... I just love how everything he says is just actualized. Wait, okay, got it. Who are Type A then, in your view?
The Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina, the ancient Meteorans of Meteo by the golden Pisantic Sea, the Suren of Sur-la-Clé, and even the North Königsteiners, all have Type A race propensities. The other large Mondial civilization, the Mesk, are too yellow and oleaginous to count as a heroic race. True, they are violent and expansionist, but they have a glandular problem.
He draws his finger across his face.
Overproduction of sebum. Sebum is leaking into their brains, making them listen to El Mariachi music and eat toxic minced meat-based food, which in turn only produces more sebum.
And who are the Simonese and Areopagites in this?
As proven by the Maun and the Mesk, Occidental Type A is in retrograde. The Simonese and the Areopagite are on the ascent.
Can I opt out? And the Simonese are...
The indigenous people of this, the Insulindian archipelago. The Simonese inhabit the southern islands. I am Simonese, from the stock of Ulmuir on Ile de Fantôme.
Okay, so this continues it.
The Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The Simonese are powerful, mesomorphic. The former is an immutable progenitor, unchanged since the Super Isola of Pericarnassus. Ancient brains rest in their slender skulls.
He falls silent, contemplating the beauty and the mystery.
The latter is perfected and adapting. Together they form the Simeno-Areopagite or Simeopagite super race. That is all. There are no more type A races in the world.
Nature was not capable of more.
Oh no. Type B?
Type B are the unheroic races, amorphous non-competitors of the great race. The Koikos and the Vacholier, they are mud-colored people. To an untrained eye, the Koiko appear white and pinkish, like a ham sandwich.
Why does he keep saying ham
Look into
sandwich?
their eyes and you will see.
He squints full of sage wisdom.
They are of an indistinct muddy color, and so is their skin. Unhealthy, sweaty, and ashen. Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination that the Grad people have undergone for drinking alcohol and smoking the degenerate tobacco and for eating potato.
For eating potato.
The Koiko, the countless micronationalities of Grad, are all inexplicably obsessed with potat. The only thing they like more is dividing into microscopic ethnostates, like political amoeba. The Vacholians, halfway between type A and the racial cauldron. Two makes to know right from wrong. You tried your degenerate little revolution, which was the single greatest failure committed by humans in our 82,000-year history on this planet.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening, but that seems a little off.
Pretty sure history hasn't lasted that long. That revolution sounds like it was perpetrated by degenerate marauders, not all the people of Revachol.
The revolution came to Ravachol from Grad, in Zarath-ridden potato carts. It is literally an illness, a prion disease that leaves the parietal and frontal lobe ridden with holes. A soft, sponge-like mass of dementia, hallucination, and paranoia. The revolution is fatal familial insomnia, a hereditary prion condition passed from the Koiko to the Occidental.
He pauses in theoretic self-reflection.
But not sexually. Probably through trade routes and potate acid, the prime component of the potato plant.
Potato acid.
Enough of Tibet mediocrity.
He nods, satisfied with the outcome. The vile C to F race cauldron of pederasty, please.
Tips the F are a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic maladaptations. They are tortured creatures waiting to be put to sleep. Your morbid interest in them worries me.
Yes, better not to go into it.
It would be cruel to entertain ourselves with their deformities. Were there any able-bodied races you needed education on?
Now that we've been through all the types, do I understand advanced race theory?
You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have not even worded the mystery, let alone solved it.
Will you let me into the harbor if I do?
We will see.
Access to the Union is important for our investigation, but there may be another way. Without becoming a race theoretician.
Am I mildly worried he might take it seriously? The lieutenant thinks. Yes, I am. He concludes, I am worried.
Gosh, I don't know if I want to go deeper into this either. On second thought, I don't have time to go get any deeper into this stuff.
Lost, though. Buckled away at the
Alright, yeah, you need to
I
stop.
cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss, Tibere Vasholian.
Can I just... It knows I'm going to do something stupid. It's just... Really? Can we not just press the button? It's like right there.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really...
Well, we can try it over... Actually. I guess I can't quick save in a conversation. That makes sense. See if we can physically overpower him.
Descent has only worsened since I last saw
Nope.
you. You have really let yourself...
Yeah, nope.
How did this happen? Your little fist is in his giant hand, and he's squeezing it. It hurts.
You must be out of your mind, degenerate drunk. Say it. I am a degenerate alcoholic.
I'm a cop.
Your fist cracks in his hand like a ripe apple. Pain shoots up into your brain.
Yeah, I don't think this is gonna go well.
Twisting it more and more.
The words to the song have changed. Say, I am a violent drunk.
No, I won't fucking say anything.
Your hand twists in his grip, and the pain blinds you. Still, you press the words out of your swollen mouth.
Good. Now leave before you humiliate your homoerotic organization any further.
See, I can't even attempt it until I'm just better. Okay. That's fine. I didn't think that was going to work anyway, but I was curious to see what would come of it. I'm really bummed I can't just, like, press the button and run away. Let's see if this guy's another idea, maybe?
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
The measurehead thing didn't go well for me. Could you help me with that somehow?
Sorry. Busy surveying the situation. I'm sure you'll figure something out. You guys have all sorts of gadgets these days. Wiretapping, telescopic batons, futuristic circuit bending to infiltrate harbor machinery. Maybe you could even knock that Kowalski crane over using some remote controls. Or calling in tactical air support. You guys have air support, right?
Turn to Kim. Wait, we have air support? Why didn't you tell me?
Because we don't. We don't have air support or any of those other things.
I get it. Hush hush about the secret technology.
He passed the side of his nose with his index finger.
Alright, I may have some advice for you on how to deal with Jean-Luc there, out of solidarity to the RCM. It's low in technology, however.
Yes.
First, don't fight him, obviously. Second, get him to share his theory by being subordinate. Admit your lack of expertise.
So I do have
Basically,
to...
grow them. That's how I do it. You're welcome.
Maybe that would work. We'll have to see.
Okay, well, I mean... what I got, I guess. I was hoping you just had another way in. Alright, let's subscribe to your race theory.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. There is nothing funky about them. There are 3 categories. I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss.
Oh no, what?
Your
I can't...
love for disco there is nothing. Chips, CF, are a lesser races like the mosquito, a grotesque mixture of a masked woman and a Seminese man. Only possible if the mother is masked and the father Seminese. The other way around, they fail to produce offspring. The mosquito is born sterile, like a donkey. All they have left is to ride customized motor carriages with hydraulic suspension.
What is his problem with mariachi music?
El mariachi music to vent their impotent despair.
Any more?
Then there is the Simino Koiki Chimera. Are you sure you wish to know of the Simino Koiki Chimera? It is not an aesthetic sight.
Better not to.
That is understandable.
Well,
But I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss. Your love for disco music and venereal disease?
how do I... How do I get to that other form of questioning? I don't... Am I just stuck now? That can't be right.
There is nothing funky. Those are a receding genetic pool. You know the mound of the Vespertines and the
Sorry,
other
I'm
large mondial civilization. Overproduction has proven
Yeah, I went through that.
The Areopagites are the latter.
Nature was not capable of more.
Okay, we went through that.
To an pinkness, the Koiko. Revasholia.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening, but that seems a little off.
Okay.
The
I
revolution.
assume now...
Enough of Tibet mediocre tips, CF. It would be cruel.
And that's just gone as an option.
Ourselves with their... I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss.
Well, that's a bummer. I don't know what to do then. I'm gonna like soft lock myself somehow. It's gotta be another way in. This guy seems to know what's going on, maybe?
Bastards! We have a right to work!
The man yells toward the harbor gates. His voice is the loudest of the lot, and oddly screechy for a man his size. What's going on here?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than everybody else here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Why should I?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
Okay, then I'm thinking no.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Right to work! Right to work! Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
Regardless, I have some questions for you.
Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
Points his finger at the man sitting on the railing.
So do we, Scott.
The loitering man howls in return. You don't have any tips on how to punch a guy out, do you? Say a really big race theorist guarding a button?
Not before you get in there and get your ass whooped. Learn by failure, I always say.
He might have some advice, but you got to at least try to fight Measurehead first. Return if you fail.
Okay. Well, I guess it's another way in. Let's go go get our fists crushed.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you.
Oh my god.
You have really let yourself go.
Alright.
Just like that, instinct took over. A solid strike straight into his throat, into the cartilage. You could swear you felt the soft palate break. The man is reeling, gasping for air. Time stands still around you. In the distance, the sounds of the harbor are falling silent.
Well, that was lucky.
All you hear is a small gurgling sound as a trickle of blood appears on the man's lip.
Rip into him with a right hook. Oh, well.
Oh God, wrong move. Your head is in his hands, like a pair of forceps crushing you, and you can feel every jewel.
Say it. I am a degenerate drunk.
How did this happen? I was spinning. Try to somehow wiggle yourself loose from his grasp.
The compression is unbearable. This is causing.
So I guess you just can't win?
Ever precious, gelatinous thing is inside there. Your sight turns red.
You are a poor player of physical chess.
No.
How did this happen? Your little fist is.
Yeah.
You must be out of your mind.
So what happens? You just die? Oh, I guess.
Your fist cracks in his hand like a ripe apple. Pain shoots up into your brain as he's twisting it more and more.
The words to the song have changed.
Can he just actually kill you?
You feel something in your chest, an unnatural pressure. It's spreading to your left arm, your jaw.
So I'm guessing this is bad.
Very, very bad. This is the end. Bad.
Try to remain conscious?
All you feel is pain and weakness. You have to surrender now. We all do. It gets so dark. Cop suffers final heart attack. A detective lieutenant of the RCM passed away yesterday. His death, though abrupt, did not come as a surprise to those who knew him. He was the heaviest drinker I'd ever met. Captain Ptolemy Price, the deceased superior officer, commented, "That ain't easy on the ticker." He loved his liquor, sure, said Detective Chester McLean, friend and colleague. But I think before he ever had a heart attack, his heart was broken. According to an official statement given by the RCM, the officer was on the brink of solving a murder case.
No, we weren't. Okay, well. I can't believe I succeeded that time. At least the first part. Alright, well.
Your race descent has only worsened since I
Yeah.
last saw you. You have really.
So we're gonna fail.
Go.
How did this happen?
You must be out.
I'm a degenerate alcoholic.
Good. Now leave before you humiliate your homoerotic organization.
Okay. So we failed that. Oh. What does he want to say?
I'd appreciate it if you didn't force us into situations where I may have to shoot random civilians. Because that won't get us anywhere.
You could have just shot him.
I'm not even sure the one bullet my chamber holds would even prick that hook.
But I was fighting bad, unsavory ideologies. I'm a hero.
We're not here on some political quest. We are here to solve a crime. Don't make the situation any more volatile than it already is.
But he's the one trying to provoke me.
And you're just going to let him manipulate you like that?
Can't promise that. I might attack him again.
The lieutenant groans. That's right. You should do it again. It's the last thing you'll be expecting.
Alright, well, let's go see what this guy has to say first. Why is it so hard to get down the steps? I know my guy's an alcoholic, but come on.
Nice aggression with the native. Don't let the chief fool you next time. You don't need to be that up in his face. Leave yourself space to move.
Not bad advice, actually. This might do the trick.
Let's talk about our right to work.
What about it? Your right to work.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest.
Why should I?
Here to fight for a cause.
Okay, I'm thinking no.
We're fighting for a cause here. Besides, we're not that different. Maybe you should ask them. We have family. So do
Okay,
we,
where do you want to at? I need you to be my champion against Jean-Luc up there.
No, I'm not a fighter. I'm a worker.
I wanted to get into the harbor too.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. I'm trying to meet their fat boss.
This is an official matter, not to be discussed with outsiders.
Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
This really isn't my area of expertise.
We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
Pity.
Let us work!
Alright, well, let's see if that does the trick then.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
Alright.
Just like that, instinct took over. The man is reeling. All you hear is a small gurgling.
Back up and perform a 360 flying spin kick. Sounds like a bad idea, but it gives me room, right? Okay. Well, he didn't fall over, which is what I thought was going to happen.
A dull thump, like a broken down puppet of muscles and sinew. For a moment, he still tries to keep his head up, dazed eyes looking at you with unimaginable surprise. To your left is the button.
Disco Inferno!
As you slam your fist on the button, the man collapses entirely, his head rolling to the side.
Looks like you're the new measurehead now.
No one is the new measurehead. Let's go before he gets up.
The lieutenant makes haste toward the door. Alright. And with that, I think we're done for today. I think just like Road Warden, a lot of these situations are going to take a while. So, yeah, well, I think we'll come back to this tomorrow. I should have time after work tomorrow. Hopefully I don't have to work late again, but we'll see. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. This is definitely going to be an interesting one, especially with all the literal mind games. But I hope everyone has a good rest of their Thursday, and I will hopefully see you tomorrow at 5 o'clock.